一个白颜色一黑个大字，这个会是那么旁边一个 there's a brownish dress. And she would always wear it when there was a big birthday or, a dance party. She would wear this. I think she was wearing this when she was in her 80s. So this is the dress that she wore at her 90th birthday. And there was also a dance party, and actually the theme was Shanghai in the 1920s. Around Christmas time, and we found a photograph, and this is the exact jewelry that she wore. The first time that I came back to Shanghai was in 1994, I think. Yeah, and at that time, I was introduced to Director Ma and Director Wang, and they were wearing hard hats because this museum was being built. I went back to New York, and then the following week, I got a call from Director Wang. He says, we are like Kunon. So the next thing I knew, the two of them got on a plane and came to New York, and then they said, well, how can we get better known in the US? And I said, let's do an American Friends of the Shanghai Museum. And they said, 好的，这会好. So go ahead and do it. I think the origin of the qipao was in Shanghai. So it's very appropriate that when I found that my mother had so many qipao that I returned them to this city. Well, I always saw my mother wearing qipao. She never wore Western clothing. She never did. It was always a qipao. And my philosophy is that that's the way they kept their slim figure, because if you eat a lot, you can't get into your qipao anymore. When she married my father at 18, she came to Shanghai to live. And in those days, they had many, many parties with Westerners, with Chinese, and she had her own live-in tailor, Tailor Yang, who would make her a new dress every night so that she would wear the dress and go to the parties or the events. And when she moved to America, unfortunately, she did not bring those qipaos, or if she did, very few. She thought she was going to return, but she never did. So in the 50s and 60s and 70s, when she was in New York, going back to Hong Kong, she found the tailor that used to live in the house. So then they restarted the relationship and started making qipaos for her. So a lot of the qipaos from the 50s and 60s are in view were done by Tailor Yang Zevong, when we visited him in Hong Kong. When she came to America, she learned how to drive. And in the 50s, she bought a car in, let's say, there was one that was gold, and then she would match gold dresses with the car. And then 2 years later, in 1957, she bought another, these were Cadillacs, that was lavender, and she would wear lavender qipao to drive the car.
She's married Gang Ju.